If you've ever worried about falling as you get older, or maybe you feel like your balance just isn't quite as good, maybe you feel unsteady when you walk on certain surfaces or walk up and down stairs, I have the perfect solution for you. It's really easy to work on balance, and it's something you can do every single day at home, even just for a few minutes. So first I want you to test your balance. First of all, how do you feel just standing on two legs, feet about shoulder width apart? Could you maintain this forever? Do you feel a little bit wobbly? Then I want you to put your feet close together, as close as they can go, and just stand here. Do you feel wobbly like this? Can you hold this for 30 seconds? If you can, we're gonna move on. So if you can, try to close your eyes. And when you test your balance, make sure you're standing next to a counter or a chair or something, because I don't want you falling, because you're testing your balance, so you don't know how you're gonna feel while you do this. So close your eyes, put your hand close to a counter or a chair just in case. Can you stand here? Do you feel wobbly? If not, good, we'll move on. We're gonna go next to a tandem stance. So we're gonna put one foot in front of the other. Can you maintain this position, or do you feel kind of wobbly, or can you stand here for 20, 30 seconds? Then switch and place the other foot in front of the other foot. See if you can stand there and how long you can stand there for. If one feels more wobbly than the other, you may have some weakness in one hip or the other, or you may just need to work on that balance. Next, I want you to try to stand on one leg. How long can you stand on one leg? Is it 2 seconds? Is it 30 seconds? And then try the same thing on the other leg. Most people, as they get older, their balance kind of declines and it gets harder to stand on one leg. I also want you to try to stand on one leg and close your eyes. Do you feel wobbly? Can you stand there for a good amount of time, or can you not do it at all? So if you have trouble with any of these, or if you don't, you should work on your balance. Work on it just 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. I like to tell people when you're brushing your teeth, try to just stand on one leg or stand with one foot in the front of the other, just to get that balance work in. Because the more you work on it, the less likely you'll be falling as you get older, because you don't want to have falls as you get older. I'm sure you know if you fall, you're more likely to have an injury, maybe break a hip, and then that leads to even more decreased balance and risk of other injuries, and then just causes a lot of other problems. So the more you can work on your balance, the better. So I'm going to go through some exercises you can do to start working on your balance today. Now, like I said, when you do these exercises, make sure you're standing next to a chair or a wall or something, because you don't want to fall and you don't want to put yourself in a position to fall. Even if you feel like you have great balance, you still want to stand next to something. So we're going to start and I'm going to grab a yoga block, but if you don't have a yoga block, just use a water bottle or just some object, because what you're going to do is you're going to stand on one leg and take the other foot, you're going to tap over that block and then tap back. So tap over and tap back, kind of maintaining the weight on this leg. If you can't do this yet without holding on, hold on, and then gradually work into not holding on. So you just want to back and forth and back and forth. And do that about 10 or 15 times, and then you'll switch it to the other side and do the same thing. So back and forth and back and forth. And while we're working on balance, it's also working on hip strength. Okay, so for the next exercise, we're gonna do a tandem stance. So that's that one foot in front of the other, like this. And you just wanna see how long you can hold this, up to 30 seconds. You don't need to hold it longer than 30 seconds. But you wanna do this, if you can hold it just 10 seconds, start there, 10 seconds. And then you'll flip sides, put the other foot in front, and try to hold it for 10 seconds. Again, have the chair there, but try not to hold on, or just try to keep your hands here in case you need to grab it. So the goal is 30 seconds 3 times each way, but start where you're at. So if it's 5 seconds, that's good. If it's 10 seconds or 15 seconds, that's good too. Okay, so for the next one, I'm gonna move the chair a little bit. And this one I want you to do next to like your kitchen counter, or you can do a wall. But we're going to do a tandem walk. So just one foot in front of the other, like this. And again, do it next to something you can hold on to if you need it. So just one foot in front of the other. And if you can't get it all the way in front right away, that's okay. You can do it a little to the side. And you want to try to do that for about a minute. And you can just do that a minute a day. And that will help improve some of your balance. Okay, for the next one we're going to do is we're just going to try, if you can stand on one leg, just try standing on one leg. As long as you can do it. And even if you feel like you can't, 2 seconds is better than none. So just stand on that one leg, time yourself, see how long you can do it. The goal is 20 to 30 seconds, but start where you're at, and then you'll do the same thing on the other leg. And you want to repeat that 2 or 3 times on each side. So that's the big goal, is to be able to stand on one leg for 30 seconds on each side. Okay, so the other thing we're going to do is work on a little bit of extension. So stand facing a counter or chair, keep your body up tall, and bring your legs straight back, and then back forward. Straight back, and back forward, trying to keep the weight off of this leg and on the other leg. So we're working on balance on the other leg, and hip extension strength on this leg. So balance, in order to keep a good balance, you need to work on these specific exercises, but you also need to work on hip strength, because the stronger your hips are, the better your balance will be. So you want to do about 10 or 15 on one side, 10 or 15 on the other side. Okay, we have one more exercise. Now we're going to use the chair. And this one is really important. This is something you can do throughout the day if you want to. And it's just sitting down and standing up without using your hands. So this is step 1, sitting down and standing up, no hands. You can do that for 20 to 30 reps just to work on it nice and slow. And then once you get good at that, or if you're already good at that, we're gonna do a kind of a kickstand one. So place one foot kind of further out, heel on the ground, and do the same thing. Sit, and then stand, and sit, and stand. And then once you get good at that, you want to do 20 or 30 reps of that. But once you get good at that, or that feels easy, lift that leg up, and we're going to do a single leg, sit to stand, and sit to stand. But all of these exercises are going to work on hip strength and balance, and hopefully kind of build up enough strength, build up your confidence enough that your balance has improved, and it'll prevent falls as you get older. So these things are things you should just keep working on no matter what. Even if you don't have pain, even if you feel like your balance is good enough, just work on your balance every day. I know it's something I try to do. When I brush my teeth, I'll stand on one leg for 30 seconds, stand on the other leg for 30 seconds. It's just a good thing to get in the habit of, just working on your balance. So start working on your balance today. Hopefully your balance will get better, and hopefully you won't have as many falls as you get older.